My name is Gavin Morton, and we're in Las Vegas today, and I'm visiting with Gretchen Alarcon. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Gretchen is Group Vice President of Product Strategy and has a wealth of knowledge on artificial intelligence and how AI impacts human resources. So, talk to us about the latest and greatest things that you guys are working on in AI.
So there's a lot going on. How much time have you got?
Oh, lots of time.
Okay, good. I think there are a couple different things people are thinking about when you talk about HR, because when you apply AI to HR, people are still in the very early days of thinking about it, but they, from a personal standpoint, are really excited by it. 93% of people said they'd be willing to take orders from a robot. But when you ask them what are they actually doing with it in their companies, they're like, whoa, we're still a little scary. We're not quite sure. So there's this big opportunity there. So we're looking at a couple different things, whether you're talking about how I use machine learning or a recommendations engine or chatbots, which everybody's talking about right now, and people starting to think about how to use voice as kind of that next way of interacting with HR systems. So all of that kind of falls under this big heading called AI. And I really think it's important for people to think about not just what is AI, but what is AI going to do for my organization, for my business processes, and which piece is really going to apply best for what I'm trying to accomplish.
So, good point. The people shouldn't be thinking about AI because AI is a means to an end,
Exactly.
right? So, candidate engagement, for instance, right? AI allows people to be responded to and not left in the lurch, right? So how it impacts them is very important. No, that's a great topic.
Yeah, if you think about it from a candidate standpoint, there are a couple of different things where AI can really change the way a candidate experiences their application process. A great example of that is as you're on a website thinking about applying, if there's a chatbot right there that you could ask questions about and say, how are you considering this position? Would you consider a junior candidate? What's the career path like for someone who's applying for this role? These are questions that typically today a candidate would have to wait until a phone screen or an in-person interview to ask, but they can get that information right now from a chatbot, and that might make them more likely to apply. Or it might be something where the answer might be no, but the company can redirect the candidate someplace else. So no, we wouldn't consider a junior candidate, but there are other positions, and here are some examples, that might then engage the candidate in a different way.
So candidate engagement, kind of process and recruitment is obviously a huge part of what AI can do. What do you think the biggest impact is going to have on HR in the next couple of years?
Wow, that's a big question. I think one of the most important things when we think about where AI is going to add value is where can the technology find connections or find better ways to engage more than what an individual human being could do. So, for example, just using the recruiting example to start from, in the past, we've done a lot with just matching candidates against requisitions, right? 100 people applied, and a typical recruiter does a quick sort and then just goes down the list, right? Well, going down the list is going to get you the best fit for the rec, which is a good starting point. But if AI can be added in, maybe not just looking at fit to the profile, but what backgrounds make someone more likely to be a success at our company? Or what makes them likely to be a longer tenured employee? How do we know that someone is really a great fit for the profile, but people with this background don't typically accept offers from our company, right? So AI could maybe come in and say, here are 100 applicants, here are the 5 that you should really go after right now. And I think that's something where we go beyond just percentage match into really guiding recruiters to spend their time on the best candidates.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you very much.